Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and we are back with more Know Your Members of Congress for the 119th Congress. Today, we are looking at Representative Russell Fry, who is the representative for the 7th District of South Carolina, which is the northeastern portion of the state bordering against the Atlantic Ocean and against North Carolina. He is a Republican, and before he took office, he was preceded in office by Tom Rice. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at who Russell Fry is as an individual. He was born in Surfside Beach, South Carolina on January 31st, 1985. Graduated from Socastee High School in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Earned a Bachelor of Arts from the University of South Carolina in Columbia, South Carolina in 2007. Earned a JD from Charleston School of Law in Charleston, South Carolina in 2011. Has been a private practice lawyer. Member of the South Carolina State House of Representatives 2015 to 2022 before being elected as the Republican to the 118th and following Congress. So he is in his second term. Now, let's go ahead and look at the committees he is on. He is on the Committee on Energy and Commerce, of which he's on the Subcommittee on Commerce, Manufacturing, and Trade, the Subcommittee on Communications and Technology, and the Subcommittee on Energy. He's on the Committee on the Judiciary, of which he's on the Subcommittee on Courts, Intellectual Property, Artificial Intelligence, and the Internet, and the Subcommittee on Immigration, Integrity, Security, and Enforcement. Now, let's go ahead and look at his top 5 individual donors and contributors over the last election cycle. At the top, number 1, we have AIPAC, the American Israel Public Affairs Committee, a pro-Israel lobbying group that advocates its policies to the legislative and executive branches of the U.S. and is one of several such pro-Israel lobbying organizations in the United States, being called one of the most influential lobbying groups in the U.S. It proclaims itself a bipartisan organization and was founded in 1954 by a lobbyist for the Israeli government, partly to counter national criticism of Israel's Kibbutz massacre of Palestinian villagers that year, and became a powerful organization during the 1980s. In 2002, it expressed intent to lobby Congress to authorize use of force in Iraq, and in 2003, defended the Iraq War at its AIPAC events. In 2005, a Pentagon analyst pled guilty to espionage charges of passing U.S. government secrets to senior AIPAC officials in what became known as the AIPAC espionage scandals. It is a vile, despicable, evil organization that bribes both parties, and altogether it has donated $37,200, and once again, that's AIPAC. Next, at number 2, we have Pi Holdings. I don't know who they are. I've found a couple of different potentialities, but I still have no clue. There's even one overseas, which I doubt, called Raspberry Pi Holdings. But there's one in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, plastics manufacturer, and then a Pi Holdings in Jacksonville, Texas, that it operates as a holdings company. But yeah, I don't know who they're supposed to be. Anyway, altogether they have donated $26,600, and once again, that's Pi Holdings. Next, at number 3, we have Kimmerer Resources. One of them was founded in 1981 and invests in commodity contracts, tax liens, and venture capital companies, while the other one proclaims it's out of Chatham, New Jersey, and operates HR and staffing. So again, I don't know which one. I just know it's Kimmerer Resources. Altogether, they have donated $26,400, and once again, that's Kimmerer Resources. Next, at number 4, we have Envirosep. They are an engineering and manufacturing firm offering engineered fluid handling, heat transfer, and energy management solutions. Though I don't know technically where they're actually located, because one thing says Georgetown, Texas. I'm going to guess the actual website, which says Georgetown, South Carolina. I don't know why the other thing says Texas, but yeah, Georgetown, South Carolina. Which makes sense since the guy they're donating to is representing a South Carolina district. Anyway, altogether, they have donated $23,300. And once again, that's Envirosep. And finally, in 5th, we have Synergy Partners. And they are a tax preparation and processing services, serving customers in South Carolina, particularly headquartered in Florence, South Carolina. They focus on tax credit and incentive recovery, working as a consulting company. But yeah, Synergy Partners. Altogether, they have, if I can get my mouse to work properly, they have donated $23,200, and once again, that's Synergy Partners. Now, let's look at the top 5 industry donors and contributors over the last election cycle. At the top, number 1, we have Retired, who altogether have donated $110,377. Next at number 2 is Real Estate, who altogether have donated $86,494. Next at number 3 is Lawyers and Law Firms, who altogether have donated $67,847. Next at number 4 is Leadership PACs, who altogether have donated $66,550. And in 5th, we have Crop Production and Basic Processing, who altogether have donated $61,255. Now, let's go ahead and look at the donors at a glance. Individually, APAC, boo, suck. Pi Holdings, I don't know who they friggin' are. Usually holding companies aren't the best thing, so I'm going to go, Kimmerer Resources. Fine, I guess. Because again, I don't know who they are. Envirocept. Okay, good. Synergy Partners. Because I'm not a big fan of consulting companies. Industry-wise, retired, great, absolutely wonderful. Real estate, ooh. Lawyers and law firms, ooh. Leadership packs, boo, suck. Crop production and basic processing, okay, good. Yeah, all together, I'm gonna go. It's not the worst I've ever seen, but there's a lot of horrible on it. But if I can get my mouse to work, I'll tell you this has been a look at Representative Russell Fry, who is the representative for the 7th District of South Carolina. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite the sources. I'll be putting my links and sources in the description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.